こんにちは。参加してくれてありがとう。明日の車授業、緊張して、ちょっ少しマインクラフトをして、それからベッドに入って寝て、起きて授業を取る。ね。Welcome back to another video. That was me in poor Japanese trying to say that since I am nervous for tomorrow's driving lesson, I'm going to play some Minecraft, go to bed, wake up, and take my lesson. Yeah, now what is this lesson I'm talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is tomorrow is Wednesday. What does that mean? Wednesday is the day. Wednesday is the day where I'm off work. There are 3 Wednesdays in a month that I have to work on, and 1 Saturday that I have off. But usually I work on Saturdays. That's just how it works. So usually I could just sleep in tomorrow. But my tutor, my driving instructor, he says he's pretty filled out. His schedule is pretty full tomorrow. And he's able to squeeze me in, but squeeze me in means 7:30 in the morning. Means I have to be awake and ready before 7:30. Wake up early, and then I have to drive on the highway, and that's going to be a very interesting experience again. I don't have my driver's license yet, obviously, because I'm talking about doing driving lessons. But I have actually driven on the highway before, and German highways are a different level. I thought that it was like a meme how fast they were able to go on German highways, especially because in the beginning, when there are a lot of exits and a lot of entrances, the speed limit is usually at around 120, which is pretty fast. That's a high speed to be at. But for Germans, that's nothing. As soon as you start going between places and there's more distance between the exits, the exit rows, that's when the speed limit goes away as well, allowing you to just pretty much go at whatever speed you want. You just have to make sure your speed is matched up with the speed of other drivers around you. So that means technically you could drive like 230 kilometers an hour and still have somebody trying to overtake you because you're not fast enough for them. That's just German highways for you. I was already very scared when I reached a maximum speed of 180 kilometers per second, and that still wasn't fast enough. So yeah, German highways, they are no joke. And they are something to be afraid of, I guess, but not really. It's because it does feel really cool driving with high speed. I just really have to get used to the stick drift. But I do feel like the more I drive, because I have done 4 or 5 driving lessons so far, and I think I'm doing pretty good. I do realize that I am very nervous when driving, but I get less and less nervous every time. And driving is probably just one of those things. You just have to do them a lot, and then eventually it will just feel normal. Because when I look at other drivers, driving their cars, they just seem very chill. Just chilling, driving, especially truck drivers. They just don't seem to care. And I'm I could be the same. I just have to get more experience. I want to talk about schools for a moment. So I go to a business work school, which sounds fancy and all, but it literally it's just a daycare for adults. It's a school I go to 2 days a week. I have to pay the 45-minute bus ride there. It's 560 euro for one way. And I have to pay that 4 times a week. And then I have to pay the fee to get pretty much nothing in return. Because I go there. I've talked about this before. No buses at 7 a.m. Only at 6 and 8. So I have the choice between coming way too late or way too early. And because you don't want to be too late, I come way too early. And then that's what she said. And then I am at school. And I take out my book and I start doing my Japanese vocab. And I am so thankful for myself that I started learning Japanese. Because ever since I started learning Japanese, I finally have found something I can just do on my phone when I'm bored or have nothing to do. Which is good, because while I'm at school, we do nothing. So most of the time, I'm just chilling on the kanji study app, vibing, and just going through different kanji characters. Doing my Duolingo lesson, doing my Anki vocab, and so on. So it's really cool. I think it's just such a good feeling. Everybody should get something. It doesn't even have to be useful. Just anything that makes you feel good or gives you something to do, so that you don't say I am bored. I don't think that you can really be bored anymore. Naturally, you can make yourself bored, which is also important, because boredom is important. You need boredom to invoke creativity, and sometimes I'll bore myself. I'll be in class and I'm like, it's okay. I'll put the phone down for a bit, space out, and just be bored. And that's pretty much it. I'm glad that I'm learning Japanese, especially in the app like Kanji Study. Music is starting to play. That means I have to shut up. Legally, I have to shut up. Such a good song, man. Such a good song. Oh. It hasn't stopped. Right, I shut up again. I'm just gonna throw out a buzzword. Creativity. Character AI. ChatGPT. Artificial intelligence. Those are all buzzwords that don't make sense on their own. But let me explain. Let me elaborate further. So, I am of the opinion that I treat people the way I want to be treated. And I treat people the way they treat me, which I think is a good rule or mindset to live by. And if I go to school and I see a teacher that just obviously doesn't care, that obviously is just like, hey, open page 420 and do, I don't know, exercise 1 through 10. And then he says, alright boys, I'll be back in this few. I'll just have to go down to the office and print some copies of something or do some crap. And then they leave a room with students, young adults that work in retail. Young retail workers in a room that are told to do boring exercises in a book with no surveillance whatsoever. Do you truly think we do those exercises? Hell no. No one does the exercises. Absolutely no one. Do you know who does them? Well, if you're American, this will not be a surprise to you, but it's this thing called ChatGPT. If you're living behind a rock or you are a person over the age of 40, let me introduce you to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a artificial intelligence that is loaded up with information all across the internet, which means that this ChatGPT artificial intelligence can just use that information whenever it's asked to do so. And the thing is, the students in America have already caught onto this. But did you know? I mean, it's not even obvious. Before you entered your classroom, before you went to your school, hundreds, thousands of people sat in that same seat of yours, doing the same boring exercise, and also Googling the same answers to said exercises, meaning answers and questions in general, information about the questions in your book are going to be found online as well. So what you can do with ChatGPT, take your book and the text with the information in the book and the exercises. What you need to do is you take a picture of the of the text in the book. You copy the text out of it, put that text into ChatGPT, and just on the on the bottom, you can just write, "Hey, these are the exercises. Can you give me the answer to them?" And then you can even say, "Oh, explain it briefly, make it sound like a 19-year-old wrote this, make it shorter, make it better, make it worse." You can do whatever you want. And that bot will do it for you. And the thing is, if I had a teacher that was very enthusiastic about his job, or I knew he puts a lot of work into actually teaching us valuable things, just out of respect for that teacher, I would put away my phone and listen. However, If you're just gonna tell me to do some random boring exercise that thousands of students had to do before me, while you're not even in the room, you are not allowed to expect that I'm actually going to do that. So I'm going to use ChatGPT to do the stuff for me. And the good thing is, I think ChatGPT actually explains it much better and more briefly than the teacher does. Meaning, while you're actually just copying what the ChatGPT says, you're still getting the correct answer fed to you. Meaning, even without studying, which I haven't done in such a long time. I haven't studied for a test in like 2 years. And it works, because if you just like kind of pay attention when the teacher is actually there and speaking, and then kind of pay attention to what you're writing when you're just copying off ChatGPT, you'll actually be able to shortly retain a bit of information from the text or from the subject in general. So that information is usually enough for like a C or a D or a low B grade, which is nice if you think about the fact that you did nothing for that grade. It always feels a bit undeserved when I get a good grade, when I know I literally didn't study or do anything for it. I just copied what ChatGPT said, and then you see the people that actually studied for the test and get a worse grade than you. It's not a good feeling, because it doesn't feel deserved, because it isn't. And it's just a bit sad. The only thing that is even motivating me to wake up at 5 to go to school is, first of all, the peace and quiet I get when doing my Japanese vocab. Because I do get the peace of quiet of an empty school with nobody but me inside, where I'm just able to shut off and do my Japanese vocab for like an hour. And also I get paid to do it, so that's like the main reason. Every like hour I spend, or every time I am at school, I get paid by my workplace to go there. Because they're like, we're gonna pay for your education. I'm like, thanks. I'm not getting education over here, but thanks for the money. That's pretty cool. I am a big fan of the money. And I mean, in the end, it all boils down to that. Money. It's, am I getting paid to do this? Yes. Nice. No. Get out. Because it's just true. If nobody was paying me, there's no way in hell I would have gotten used to waking up at 5 a.m. There's no way I would go to school like that. When I know I'm 18 years old, I could technically call myself off sick without a parent's note. I could technically just never go to school again and just always say I'm sick and send them an email, and they're like, alright, we believe you. Because you're 18 now. People over 18 cannot lie. That's just a fact. Just like people on the internet. People on the internet can never lie, and everything they say is fact. Now, you can find joy in your job. That's true. You should definitely try to always see the bright side, and even if you are working at a job you don't really enjoy, you should still try and see the good things in it. Like, I don't like being a cashier like that much. If I had the choice, I would be, hey, like, no, can I not be a cashier? But I try to at least be a bit... for example, I like when I'm just scanning items. And I like when people don't pay with card, which is actually weird. That's maybe the German in me. But I don't know why. It feels good to handle money. It just feels nice. And it feels nice when somebody gives me like $5 when they pay like $2, and I can give them all of the coins, and it feels cool and kind of tactile to get all of the coins out of the little thing in my register and hand it over to them. That's the one thing keeping me sane at that register. And I also enjoyed when you just have the good customers. Because, man, a lot of customers are just the sweetest. And they're just so nice. It's usually like the younger people. But also a lot of older people, men and women, are really cooperative. Which is just nice to see. They show the inside of their bags. And they try to have nothing in their cart. And if they do have something in their cart, they make it very obvious that they have it in their cart. And I'm just glad, because those people just allow me to do my job better, more smoothly, easier, cleaner. I appreciate those people. And I encourage you, if you are a good customer, don't stop, because the cashiers really appreciate it. You really make our jobs easier, better. Yeah. I'm actually starting to get a bit tired. It's 10:94, so it's almost like 11 p.m. and I'm starting to feel very tired. Interesting. Like, this is something that wouldn't happen when I was younger, and it baffles me like that it happens now. I mean, back then, I'm not gonna say back then, I'm still really young. A longer time ago, a little bit of time ago, I could like play shooter games for just so long, non-stop, no breaks, no end, nothing. I could just play shooter games for like 12 hours straight. Still be not a happy boy. I would be a very aggressive boy, because shooter games really annoyed me. But I could play it and my eyes would be fine. But today, I played like 2 rounds of Mahjong and now, 25 minutes of Minecraft. And my eyes are starting to feel a bit, like heavy. Dry. Might need to get like, aren't there like some like blue screen glasses or whatever they're called, that help with eyes getting dry? I also realized the word like. Man, English speakers love to use words like. You can use like, that doesn't even sound a word. You can use the word like for so many things. It can be a filler word. It can be a word meaning kind of like kind of. similar to. You can also just mean it like you like something. It's just so like multifunctional. You can use it for so many things. Problem is, since it is I was about to say it again, like a filler word, you can use it whenever you want, which can annoy people after a while, cause it's like pretty annoying. That was like on purpose, but I just wanted to show that I like, like the way you can use the word like in any context. Okay, now I'm just taking the piss. That was just, you can use it a lot. I'm just trying to say you can use the word like a lot. Maybe this is actually what's keeping me sane. Just because I think I've said this before, but recording videos like this gives me an excuse to talk to myself. Because if you just sit in your room and talk to yourself, no, that would be insane. Like, why would you do that? My parents would put me in a mental asylum ASAP. However, if they see my face on my second monitor recording, it's like, oh, nice. He's just recording a YouTube video. That's normal. Especially because, I'm uploading that to a channel that is not even supposed to really be there. I just like having an open archive. It's a bit sad though that you have to hold a phone or a microphone in front of your face so you can speak your thoughts, speak to yourself. One thing that I have done a few times, not a lot, sometimes I just have thoughts that I want to express loudly. And with loudly, I literally just mean saying them. But I'm in the middle of public in my village. And what I do, I take out my phone and I pretend like I am sending a voice message. And that works. But it shouldn't have to be that way. You should be allowed to... Oh, sorry. You should be allowed to just talk to yourself whenever. But it's a weird connection because the way I'm speaking right now to you, I guess, whoever you may be, because this you I'm speaking to could vary from person to person. This could be one of my friends listening to this while they're asleep. This could be me in the future, in a few years, listening to this. This could be just some random guy. Who knows? Could be anything. And since us people change so much, maybe I'll actually listen back or watch these videos back in 5 years and just be really shocked about the person I was before. Like, who knows? I love Mahjong. How did that happen? That just happened really randomly. I just remember that if I hadn't started learning Japanese, I would have never found out what Mahjong was, and I would have never been able to get addicted. The music is starting to play. I am legally obligated to shut the fuck up. I wanna say something. You know, if you are in my close to my age, which is 18 years of age, born in 2005, you probably have seen the old pictures of your grandparents your parents showed to you. Those old gray pictures from the old times that just look unreal because they look nothing like your grandparents. How weird is that going to be in the future? Just imagine for a moment. Let's say I have kids, and then those kids have kids. Or even not even, like just my kids. If I were to have kids, my kids could just go on the internet, which they used anyways, just look up my username and just watch videos of their dad when they were young. Videos. They would hear the old version of their dad speaking and seeing him in a time where they didn't exist, and just watching him yelling at a microphone while playing mahjong and talking to himself while playing Minecraft. I'm not even really sure what to say anymore. I'm really tired. I think I'm just gonna mine until all of my iron shovels break, and then I'll just end the video here. Bro, I'm really tired now. What the hell happened here? How did we get here? You may ask, why am I keeping all of the dirt? A lot of reasons. First of all, it's to demonstrate how much you have to take away to make new stuff. Second, if I'm going to make more new stuff, I have enough dirt to feed a whole... Okay, no, actually, that's not... You have enough dirt to do anything. Build anything. Also, if I just let it be with a full inventory, keep mining, it would just stack up and my PC would start being so hot I could just cook my dinner on it. Let's stock up on some shovels. Now then, let's stock up on some iron. Make some more sticks. Perfect. What? What's up? Alright then. I'm feeling incredibly tired. I'm going to go to bed. Spiritually wish me luck that I don't die on the highway tomorrow. But I should be fine. I think I will be fine. Yeah, but that's gonna be it. Take care and don't forget to take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.